Hey, my name is Mel. Welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, if you know me, welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a registered nurse. I'm no longer practicing nursing, but now I help nurses who want to transition out of nursing into entrepreneurship. I help you through that transformational healing identity shifting process that takes place when you leave nursing and you get into the world of entrepreneurship. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, I definitely invite you to subscribe to my channel. And in this video, I'm gonna be talking about how to actually rest when you feel like no matter what you do, you just can't seem to rest. I've been there. If you feel like you are always tired, overwhelmed, and exhausted, but you can't seem to slow down, there is something much deeper at play here that I'm gonna get into in this video. So if you feel that way, you're definitely not alone, because there were several times throughout my nursing career that I felt this way. And it felt like no matter what I tried or no matter how much I wanted to rest, it just wasn't happening. And I always told myself this story that I didn't have the energy and I didn't have the time. But you're not alone. Like, I literally used to feel guilty for resting. I used to feel like I had to earn rest, or I had to do a bunch of work in order to rest. I used to feel like it was lazy to rest. I used to feel like if I was resting or if I wasn't working, then I wasn't being productive. And this is so common in society today, to have these deep-seated feelings of guilt and shame when it's time for you to rest, and especially before it's time for you to rest. I know often in society we feel like we need a reason to rest. No, absolutely not. Personally, I used to feel guilty for resting, even when my body was begging me to stop and to slow down and to recharge. Even when my body was telling me, girl, you need to sit down and you need to rest. So in this video, I want to get into the tea of what actually helped me learn how to rest without feeling guilty for it, and what helped me get into the mindset that I am now, which is that rest is actually very productive. So I'm not just talking about sleep. Like, I'm not talking about just getting 8 hours of sleep every night. Like, I'm talking about the deep, soul nourishing, healing rest that we need in order to function at our highest capacity. So, some common misconceptions about rest. Let's break this down. Rest is not just about getting naps in or getting enough sleep every night. It does not stop there. It definitely doesn't stop at you just getting a day off or you getting a few days off and resting, and then before you know it, you back in the same burnout cycles. That's not what this is. So the thing that I learned throughout this healing process and this healing journey is that even when your body is not moving, like if your mind is racing and you're having anxiety, especially about work or whatever it is that you have going on in your life, that is causing burnout. That's a sign that your nervous system is still in overdrive and is still overworking, over analyzing, like overthinking. Is still putting stress on your physical body, your mental, your physical body, and it's all adding up and accumulating. It's all contributing to the burnout cycles that you keep going in and out of. Nobody's telling you that burnout is not just physical. Burnout is mental, burnout is emotional, burnout is spiritual. Burnout really has to do with whether or not you are living in alignment with your life's purpose and with the things that you really see for yourself and where you want your life to go. For years, I pushed through this. Like, I pushed through the exhaustion, the overwhelm, the stress, and the burnout because I didn't know. Like, I thought that I had to push through because I thought that if I didn't push through, then I was weak or I was failing or I wouldn't be successful. Like, all these stories that are fed to us as we are coming up in society. Those are all the things that I decided to feed into. So with that came me forcing myself to continue to work hard and continue to be stressed, continue to be in these environments and situations that were causing me to be stressed and overwhelmed and anxious, instead of me really listening to my body and listening to the things that I was feeling inside of my body that were warning me. Like, these are literally warning signs to slow down. Of course, I didn't feel safe slowing down at first, which is what's common in a lot of people today, especially women who are in like healthcare roles, especially nurses. It doesn't feel safe to slow down. Like, it literally doesn't feel safe for our nervous system. I listened to a channeler. Her name is Erin Lyons, and she even took this whole concept of feeling unsafe when we rest, and she related it to Black women specifically. So back in slavery times, like, we had to we had to work, and our lives depended on us working. It's just so much conditioning, so much deep conditioning that is a part of our lineage as Black women. That's a part of our history. We feel like we're at risk of dying. It's a survival thing. We're at risk if we're not working or pushing ourselves or forcing ourselves to show up and to overgive and to self-sacrifice. It's deep. It's so deep. So yeah, I didn't feel safe resting. Like I thought that I had to earn my rest. I thought that I had to earn me getting days off or earn me just relaxing and not doing anything all day, but just being. I thought that I had to earn that. I thought that I had to work hard and then it's okay to take a break because you worked hard. But no, it's the complete opposite. You want to rest and make sure you are feeling good and like pouring into yourself so that you can even be of any real value to the people around you. Because if you're always stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, and under the pressure that comes with burnout, if you're always stuck in that, how can you even really be of service to the people you love? How can you really even be of service to your patients if you're a nurse? Like, how can you truly be of service if you're not pouring into your own cup? But you preach into everybody else that they need to get their self together. They need to pour into their self. You're trying to fix everybody else's situations and issues, but you're constantly getting put on the back burner. But you're constantly getting put on the back burner by you because you're the only one that can sit yourself down and be like, listen, you need to rest. Like, we need to take the time to rest. When I left nursing, of course, initially there was that feeling of relief because I wasn't physically in the role of being a nurse. So I wasn't physically practicing. So I wasn't feeling like that stress and anxiety that came with the role of nursing. But I realized that I had to learn how to actually feel comfortable and safe with resting, with not doing, with not working so hard. As I stepped out of nursing, I realized that my nervous system was still subconsciously in overdrive and looking to burn out, looking for those patterns of the burnout that I was used to in nursing. So naturally, the first entrepreneurial thing that I got into after I walked away from nursing was Airbnb. And I just took whatever mindset that I had when it came to me working hard and me having to earn rest and me having to like work and hustle. Like, I took that mindset into my Airbnb business. So what happened? I burned out. I burnt myself out. I realized throughout this journey that I really had to do some deep inner healing, some nervous system resetting, like all those things that helped me to be comfortable with seeing rest as being productive and feel comfortable in my body resting, feel comfortable in my mind resting, because a lot of times when we rest, we feel anxious about it, or we're like, oh, I should be doing something, and our mind is just like wandering and racing. But you really can get to the point where your mind is like calm, your body is calm, and you're okay with resting, which is where I'm at now. And I never thought that I would be here when I was practicing nursing, when I was like deep into burnout cycles. So there is hope. Once I walked away from nursing, the real work was me learning how to rest and me learning how to feel comfortable and okay with resting. Like, I had to learn how to feel safe resting. So there were some things that I tried that really helped me. The first thing that I tried was hypnotherapy, which helped me to identify whatever subconscious beliefs that I had that was running in the background and that were like making me automatically feel unsafe in my rest, that were making me feel like I had to be on go all the time, that were making me feel like I had to keep hustling and keep working hard. There were things that I had to address in my subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of the things that we do in life. So our subconscious mind is on autopilot. So we don't even know was really in our subconscious minds. Like, we just automatically act off of these things. And this is where a lot of our patterns and habits and behaviors come from that just happen. But until we really dig into the subconscious mind and we work with the subconscious mind, that's when we can get to like the deep-seated beliefs and the deep-seated programming that is happening in the background. That's just happening on autopilot, that need to be addressed in order for us to overcome the burnout, in order for us to overcome the constant hustle and us feeling like we need to be doing instead of resting. So hypnotherapy helped me, meditation helped me. It really helped me to calm my mind. A lot of people have a misconception that they're like meditating wrong, or you're supposed to just have this quiet mind and, you know, no thoughts are coming through. But that's just a myth, and something that is stopping so many people from learning how to sit with themselves that it's not even giving you a chance. So meditation is just sitting silently with your thoughts. It's so natural and common for us as humans to have thoughts come up when we sit to meditate. But that's okay. That's all a part of the process of you training your body and your mind to be able to just sit while you still have chatter going on, to be able to just sit in the midst of it. And then eventually your thoughts will get calmer and calmer, and you'll be able to like redirect yourself to your breath or whatever it is if you're doing a guided meditation. The goal really is to learn how to sit with yourself and how to sit and not be doing. Just learn how to sit and be, and eventually your mind calms down as well. Hypnotherapy, meditation, those were huge to help me reprogram my mind and to help me shift the beliefs that I had and to help me get comfortable with just being. And that's a huge part of the journey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Learning to sit with yourself in the midst of like a busy world, a busy schedule, just cutting out, even if it's like a few minutes a day. I started meditating with like 5 minutes a day. I would set a timer, and now I'm at the point where I meditate 15 minutes a day. I even recently started doing a guided meditation by Dr. Joe Dispenza, shout out to him. And it's an hour and I think it's an hour and 6 minutes. But I didn't start off that way. I wasn't always able to just sit, but the goal is to start training your mind and to start training your body that it's safe to sit, it's safe to be, it's safe to sit there without having to be on go and without having to do. So something else that helped me is somatic healing and really feeling what I need to feel within my body, like whatever emotions I'm feeling, and use different types of movement to help release that. So for me, that looked like taking walks, or that looked like me like sitting and grounding in nature. It looked like stretching. It looked like me doing yoga and me dancing. Like dance is a huge one for me because I enjoy it. While we do like the mindset work and the mindset shifts and all those things, which are very important because the mindset and energetics come first before we like get into the action, because we can try to force ourselves to do things off of just willpower alone, but eventually those subconscious thoughts and that subconscious program is going to catch up with you. So that's why the goal is really to get to the mental and the energetics first, and then we allow ourselves to feel those things, and we're able to release whatever tension, whatever pain, whatever anxiety, stress, overwhelm we're holding in our bodies. So many of us hold the tension that's going on in our minds in our bodies. That's why a lot of times you notice like your jaw might be tight. You might have like your tongue resting at the roof of your mouth, tense shoulders, a tense neck, tension in your back, or just body tension. But you think that is just a normal thing, but it's really not normal to hold all this tension in your body. I remember when I was a nurse and I was with one of my exes, and he was like rubbing my lower back, and he was like, wow, like your back is so hard. It was hard like a board. He couldn't believe it. And I had no idea, but I used to have back pain then. But a lot of it was the tension that I was holding in my body because I was always so tense and tight and so serious. So it's definitely important to like move that through your body. And stretching is a huge part of it for me, like yoga and really stretching out whatever tension that I've felt the previous day. Like I like to do it in the morning time. So just stretching, meditation, stretching. That's what my part of my morning routine consists of, me meditating and then me stretching and me even dancing, like sensual dance movements, because it all helps move. It helps move things through. I highly recommend putting these things into practice. And well, I won't say, I'm not going to put too much pressure on you, but I highly recommend choosing one of these things and putting it into practice for the next 7 days just to see how you feel. The somatic work, the mindset healing, the mindset shifts is so important. Like that's baseline, that's the foundation that has to happen in order for you to reset and reprogram your mind and reprogram your body so that it's not automatically attracted to the stress and the hyperaction, the doing. You really have to get comfortable with being. You have to train your mind and your body to feel comfortable and to feel safe with you just being. That is the goal. We have to release that subconscious programming. We have to release the old beliefs, the limiting beliefs about us needing to always be productive in order to feel worthy. The deep seated reason for all of this is that we don't feel worthy. Like, we don't feel like we're enough when we're just resting and we're not doing and we're not like showing up for people. We're not self-sacrificing. We're not working hard. A lot of people feel worthless, or they feel like they're not doing enough. They don't feel worthy enough to just rest, to just receive rest. So that's really the thing that has to be worked on. A lot of us were brought up to think that rest is lazy and hustling is productive. Working hard is productive. But that's just a false narrative that's keeping people burnt out, that's keeping people in these cycles, that's keeping people in jobs that they don't even really want to be in, if we being real. Whew. I'm passionate about this. Period, poo. Period, poo. Period. Okay, I want to give you 2 to 3 tips. So these are the things that help me, that you can start doing right now when you click off this video, to help yourself start reprogramming your mind to feel like rest is safe and productive. So the first tip is to start noticing where you're pushing past your mental and your physical limits. So where are you pushing past your body's signals? Because your body is always signaling you. Your body is always trying to get your attention and is always sending you like warning signs. I had to learn how to listen to the signs of me being tired, whether that's mentally, because we get tired mentally, when you feel like mentally exhausted, and physically too. What does that feel like for you? What things can you pick up on that your body does that warn you, like, listen, we need to slow it down. We need to take a break. For me, I know that when I'm like doing something on the computer, or like I'm working on something, I can only do it for maybe like an hour or 2 before I start to feel distracted, or until my mind starts to really like wander. So that would be one of the things for me. So I know when I feel that, and when my head starts feeling heavy, okay, it's time for me to like look away from the computer, get up, take a walk, move around, drink some water, like do what I need to do. So that's an example. The second tip, I highly recommend you start some type of somatic or embodiment work. That can look like simple deep breathing exercises. It's this method that I like to use that one of my brothers taught me when he was my health coach, and it's called the 5-5-7 method. So you breathe in for 5 seconds, you hold it for 5, and then you breathe out for 7. So many of us, we just, we breathe on autopilot. But if you listen, just trust me on this. If you notice, like when you feel tension, or when you feel like you need a break, or you feel like overwhelmed or stressed, if you just take a deep breath in through your nose, and then you sigh it out, like that's moving energy. That is moving energy out. You know how relieving it feels to just sigh? It's like an energetic release. So every time you take a deep breath and you just let it out, there's like this relaxation that happens within your body on your exhale. So whether it's that, whether it's gentle movement, whether it's like you taking note of like if your jaw is tight, if you're like frowning your face, if your shoulders are tense, your neck, just take a minute and just stretch it out. You can do this anywhere. And something that I love is sound baths. The frequency and the sounds really help you to relax. It helps your nervous system. I did like an in-person one with my great uncle's wife. She does it. When I went to California, we did it. But even if you can listen to sound baths on YouTube, like there's so many that really help you to rest. Like there's different frequencies that cater towards whatever you need. So there was one that I was listening to when I was falling asleep, and it really helped me to relax. So I definitely recommend that if you're somebody that's into like just exploring different healing modalities. And if you're somebody who's anxious, overwhelmed, and all those things, that sound can be really helpful for you. These things help you to release stress that you don't even realize that you're holding. It helps you to release stress that you're holding unconsciously. because a lot of things we do is so quick and it's on autopilot. So these things will really help you get to the unconscious stress that you're holding. So the third tip is mindset and belief work. I want you to think back to who taught you that your worth is determined by how productive you are. Who taught you that you're only worthy if you're being productive? They might not have said this or like said something outright or taught you this directly, but you have to look at your past patterns, your childhood, all those things, and the people that you were raised by. Like, how was your environment as a child? And even into being a teenager and an adult, who taught you that your worth is tied to how hard you can work, or you doing things for other people, or you achieving things or accomplishing things? So what comes up for me is when I was younger, I would always get straight A's. And as a kid, like, I equated the straight A's with my worthiness, because your parents are proud of you for getting good grades and for doing good in school. And it's not them directly saying, like, rewarding you for being productive, but the way that our minds work, the way, especially our baby mind, the childhood mind, because we're so suggestible and susceptible, especially up until the age of 7. So whatever we were rewarded for, we took this subconsciously as meaning, oh, okay, like, I'm good when I do this, or they like when I do this, when I'm good. We tie that to how worthy we are, or how worthy we feel, or the acceptance that we get from other people. Even if they didn't like say something outright, a lot of the times is how our minds, especially as kids, like how we interpret certain things. So when I started asking myself, these beliefs that I have, are they mine or are they somebody else's? Did I pick these up in childhood? Where exactly did I pick this up at? That helped me tremendously. And then it helped me to decide if I wanted to hold on to that belief, and if it was in alignment with who I am as an adult and where I wanted to go and who I wanted to become, or is it something that I need to let go of? Something that I was just holding on to that I didn't even think about, that was playing such a major role in the background, that was in the background playing, but it was playing such a major role in my life. So this helped me tremendously to identify my beliefs and whether or not they were really something that I even agreed with now, and something that I wanted to hold on to. So that changed everything for me. So I challenge you, if you are somebody who you feel like you just can't rest no matter what you do, I want you to start small. You don't have to do every single thing that I told you to do in this video, but I want you to pick one thing and stick with it for the next 7 days, just to see how your body responds and how your mind responds to it. So whether that's you taking a few minutes, set a timer, taking a few minutes to just sit and breathe, or to just sit and be still, or to take a walk, or to move your body, or to stretch, whatever excites you the most, I want you to try that thing. And just start small. Do it for a few minutes. Do it for 5 minutes. I want you to set yourself up for success. Do it for a few minutes. You have a few minutes to spare, especially if you're scrolling on social media or you watching TV, like, you have a few minutes to spare for yourself. So I challenge you to do that. I want you to really learn to feel into your body, to figure out what it needs. Ask your body what it needs and be able to sit and hear it, be able to feel it, and be able to learn how to speak to your body. Learn how to listen to the signs so that you're not constantly silencing your body when it's telling you that it needs to rest. Yes, I want you to give yourself permission to do less for the next 5 days or the next 7 days. Just give yourself, just test it out. Just try it on for size and give yourself permission to rest, to do this small thing, to start small, and to allow yourself to have that. I'm gonna warn you, it might feel uncomfortable at first, but I really want you to challenge yourself, because you have to start somewhere. Unless you want to continue to be in the same cycles of burnout and stress and overwhelm and feeling like your body's yelling at you and wants you to rest, but you keep ignoring it. So you have to start small. You have to start somewhere. You got this. This was good. If you're a nurse and you want to learn how to break the cycles of burnout, how to actually start feeling safe resting, and you want to actually learn how to start like reprogramming your mind, shifting your mindset so that you feel comfortable and worthy of rest and you're not constantly falling into burnout cycles, I definitely invite you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment below, let me know. I'm going to keep you accountable, so let me know what the one thing is that you're choosing to focus on this week, And I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear how it goes for you, any challenges that you face, anything that comes up. Let me know so we can work through it in the comments. If any of what I said in this video resonated with you, and I know at least one thing should, and you're ready to go deeper into your healing journey, I'm creating a free masterclass that's going to walk you through the mental and emotional mindset shifts that helped me break out of burnout and break out of nursing, because I felt like it was time for me to get out of nursing into a more aligned path to entrepreneurship. If that sounds like a journey that you want for yourself, I definitely invite you to my masterclass. If you feel like you need support in this next chapter, I have a program that I'm creating that's coming soon that helps guide you through this process step by step. So check the description for my free training and for more info. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye. Let me know how it goes in the comments too.